If you're looking for the perfect van for retirement, we're going to show you today one of the vans that we just finished from our company at Custom Crafted Vans. This is van build number 56. This van features a full-time platform bed with tons of gear storage throughout, a full wet bath, and so many extra little features that we can't wait to show you. This is a 170 2500 Mercedes Sprinter. It is the all-wheel drive, so you already get some of that lift, but we did also upgrade the suspension, which we will talk about in this video. But let's go in and look at all the pretty stuff, because that's my favorite. At the front of the van, we made this super functional, livable space because they have the platform bed in the rear. So they really wanted to be able to hang out in this front space. So we do actually have the van and mounts on both the passenger and the driver side with this same size table that can be set up at both. We just moved it for the tour, but these do swivel around. It gives you that functionality of being able to sit at the front. You could eat here, you could work on your laptop here. And one of the functions that they wanted of this van was for work. So to be able to sit here, this monitor actually swivels out, and then he can sit and work with his keypad here with this monitor. So again, one of the best things about building a custom van is you get to build it for exactly what you want. So you get to pick all the finishes, you get to tweak the floor plan. We are a custom van builder, so what we do is custom. We build for the clients exactly what they want. We don't have set floor plans that you have to stay with. Obviously, if you do a set floor plan, it helps with the cost of things, but if you want custom, you can kind of go crazy. Options are endless, which I think is why ultimately clients pick us to work with us, because we can do whatever you actually want to do. One of the things at the front they also wanted was another countertop space with a large fridge. So this is the 130 isotherm liter fridge. And then we have a large upper cabinet with storage up above, as well as the headliner shelf above the front cab for even more storage. Moving on to their kitchen. This is a nice size kitchen. We actually built in a microwave per the client's request. We have beautiful Corian solid surface countertops on both counters, as well as the backsplash. This is one of our favorite features in a van, just because it keeps everything nice and clean. And if you're cooking over here, you're not going to get anything dirty. There's no grout to worry about. It's just seamless and clean and very beautiful. In their backsplash, they have an outlet here. Typically what our clients choose to do is not build in a cooktop, because you're not cooking all the time. So having that functionality of just nice big open counters, they actually have a cooktop in a drawer. They pull it out, plug it in, do their cooking, and then put everything away. In the backsplash, we also have their timer switch for their water heater. So when they want hot water, they just click how long they want it, how hot they want it for how long. So 60 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you're doing, you wait about 5 to 10 minutes and you'll have hot water. We did a black undermount sink with this beautiful black faucet. I think that it all ties together really nice. One thing I didn't mention is we did upgrade the stereo system in this van. The Sprinter vans are kind of notorious for having pretty terrible sound systems, so it's a nice upgrade to do if you want to add it on. So we do have a speaker in the front under the front upper cabinet, one here, and then two in the rear doors. Alex will talk more about the functionality of that, because I honestly don't know. So we have 3 really big size drawers in their kitchen and storage underneath their sink. Now moving on to the bathroom, we have our wet bath here with the dry flush Laveo toilet. The nice thing about this toilet is it all just goes into one. You get like 20 flushes per canister, and then you have to remove the whole canister and get rid of it. This isn't the only toilet options that our clients pick, but this is a really good one. The one I would say downside to it is that if you're going on a trip just for a couple days and you don't use all of those flushes within that canister, you're kind of leaving stuff in the van longer term. So that's the one feedback that we've gotten from our clients, but I think overall it's a really great toilet. We also did a custom tile shower pan in this van. This is just a nice upgrade to make your van feel even more custom. And then the walls are the Palisade vinyl wall tile in the color Rain Cloud, which I think just ties everything beautifully together in here with the black fixtures. And then to enclose the whole thing, we do have the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable shower door. We're big fans on keeping the bathroom in one space where it's waterproof. You're not gonna have any long-term issues with water damage or mold or anything like that, because everything in here is properly waterproof. You don't have, shower curtains that you're having to deal with or anything like that. We actually have a video on our channel talking about bathrooms recently and kind of all the options there are out there, so check that out. I could talk about bathrooms forever. There's so many options when it comes to that stuff. One other feature that we did in this van, because the client wanted it, were these radius edge on the upper cabinets. Our clients have had a van before, and I think she's had a couple accidents where she's hit her head, and so she's just really wanted to be careful in this van because she's building custom to really get those custom details where she's not going to be afraid of hitting anything. We also did a little curved edge at the benches at the rear just so that you're not going to like knee that or anything like that. And all the tables at the front are very rounded, just again, no sharp corners here. And then moving to the back of the van, we have the full-time platform bed. They did not want the upper cabinet to extend all the way back because they have these Patagonia bags. So you'll see L-track on the ceiling in the rear. That is because they can install these bags when they want them and then take them out when they don't. I think it's really functional options. There's a lot of different storage options like that in the van world now. These were the bags that they chose because I think they've used them before. One other thing with the curved edges that we added to was just kind of rounding off this white oak trim at the bathroom. Again, just no sharp corners here. One of my favorite details that we do is the white oak trim around the bathroom, and then this client actually wanted to have white oak bathroom walls. I think it looks stunning. You have enough white in here to kind of break up the white oak details all throughout with the white paint and the white shiplap and the lighter countertops, so that it doesn't feel dark at all in here. I love the custom white oak slat ceiling with the black backer and all the black fixtures. Again, ties together really nicely. Now let's talk about some of the custom features they requested throughout. In the rear, we have 110 volt outlets so that they can use their CPAP machines at night, as well as 12 volt USB-C outlets back there for charging an iPhone. In this upper cabinet, not only do we have the speaker at the end, we actually have a switch up here for their under cabinet lighting that is dimmable. Again, a really nice feature in a van, especially for light at night, not using the overhead lights. In their bed, we also have the switch up here is for their speaker system. In the rear, we also have one switch for one light over their bed, and then their main light switch is at the end of the kitchen, which is also dimmable, so turning them all on. And again, one of them is not on in the rear because that is the switch for the bed area. That way you don't have to get up all the way to the front of their van. We have their 12 volt S-bar diesel heater and their water pump switch, as well as another outlet. In this upper cabinet, we actually have their control panel here where they can kind of see everything going on within their system, and then ball valve switches for their sink, their shower, and then this switch is for their WeBoost. Now I think we've covered everything inside the van. Let's show you the outside and talk about the systems within the van.
This was a really fun build. These clients had a very long list of things that they had to fit in or features that they really wanted, which was great because that communication during the design process and the pre-work we do during our design process really made for a really smooth build once we actually started building this van. Now, it is for a couple, they're gonna be traveling. They have had vans in the past, actually smaller vans that they've traveled in. And so this is an upgrade. So there were things that they wanted to fit in this van that they had never been able to fit inside of their Toyota Sienna that they had been traveling in before. So I'm really excited for them to enjoy the space and the features that we have in this. Now, a couple of the things they want to accommodate on the inside specifically was storage for a dog crate. So we actually have L-track underneath the bed that's designed to hold the dog crate in place. The dog crate can also go up in the front behind the driver's seat. There's L-track there to mount the dog crate. And they also have a Yeti cooler that they absolutely love that will fit in that spot perfectly as well. So they can have a cooler, strap it down with the L-track and a ratchet strap and take that on their trips with them. In the back, they have a inflatable kayak that they love to take with them. And so underneath the bed in the back, that's going to fit perfectly between their electrical and plumbing compartments. So a lot of really fun features. This is kind of a gear van, a little bit more of a gear van than we have done for retired people in the past, but I think that functionally it turned out really, really cool. Now on the outside, we did a few of our standard upgrades to this van. For example, we did the lower panel truck bed spray, which is a really nice rust prevention treatment. We added the running boards on the bottom. We kept the same stock black factory Mercedes wheels and the tires that it came with. On top of the van, we added the Illumines Weekender roof rack. This is one of our favorite roof racks to use. It has the slat roof. It's a custom welded roof rack. You can actually get up there and walk around if you want to. They opted not to do an awning on the side of this, but if they want to, we can always add either a manual or a powered awning later on. And up top, we also have 400 watts of rich solar mounted with the Illumines roof rails up there on the roof rack. They didn't do a Starlink, but they did do a WeBoost. So we have the WeBoost mounted on the opposite side with the ladder. windows, we did do 2 bunk windows in the back because they have a raised bed. We couldn't do a full size window. So we do have the 2 bunk windows with sliders. And in the sliding door, we have our new favorite Van Windows Direct premium window, which has the awning feature and includes the blackout screen as well as the bug screen. Now let's go around to the back of the van, because one of my favorite things about being a custom van builder is that for our clients, we get to pick and choose our favorite brands and our favorite products and design things that work exactly how they want them to. So the back of this van is a prime example. These clients did not want to lose the view out the back of the doors. So these back windows, we didn't want to cover them. And a lot of the rear door base units that companies make, they'll have panels that go all the way up. So it means that you lose this view. So we have the Illuminess rear door base unit here. And what I really like about this base unit is that Illuminess offers just a half backpack rack. So that's what we have here. We have the lower backpack panel. You could add the upper panel if you want, but again, we didn't want to block the view. And then they wanted to add a table back here. They were really constrained by the length of their driveway at home. They couldn't fit a box, so they still wanted to have a table. So we found this table from Flatline Van Co., which gives them a really nice, you know, kind of cook, hangout, gear, work table space here at the back of the van. And then we realized that putting this on was gonna block the handle on the rear door. So Avatar Off-Road actually makes a really cool product that's called a handle extender that allows you to reach back here and still open the back door. So on the back door, we have 3 different brands, 3 different companies, 3 different products that allowed us to make the perfect rear door setup for these clients. And I think it turned out awesome. Now let's talk about what we have going on inside. So at the back, we have our 2 standard benches. This is pretty standard for most of our builds. These are the same dimensions that we would have built these boxes if we were actually building a convertible table U-bench here at the back. So on the driver's side, we have our plumbing system, which has a 33-gallon freshwater tank, a 2.5-gallon 120-volt water heater, and we also have an outdoor shower sprayer here at the back. On the passenger side, we have 810 amp hours of lithium battery, and then we have a full Victron setup with a 3,000-watt Victron inverter charger, as well as a Victron solar controller, and we have 60 amps of alternator charging from 2 Serbo Orion DC to DC chargers that allows us to pull 60 amps off the alternator when they're driving to charge their batteries. So they have 3 ways to charge via solar, shore power, with a 15 amp shore power input, which is over here on the side of their hitch. And one of the custom requests that they had was they actually wanted to be able to access 110-volt power and be able to plug in additional exterior portable solar panels if they wanted to. So on the opposite side of the hitch, we have a 110-volt outlet that they can plug into, as well as a input for an external solar panel. So they can actually put another 400 watts of solar on this with the solar controller they have to give them lots of charging capability on their 810 amp hour, that's a mouthful, battery bank that they have. Now with all of that power, that allows them to use the induction cooktop that Sarah mentioned earlier, and also run their Dometic RTX 2000 12-volt air conditioner for climate control. They have an air conditioner, a diesel heater, and they have a max air vent fan for circulation. So climate control is dialed in and handled on this rig. So thank you for watching this van tour of van build number 56. Can't believe we built that many already. If you are interested in working with us, our list is filling up, our schedule. We have 1 build spot left for 2026, and then we're gonna start booking for 2027, which means those spots to get a build completed by summer of 2027 are gonna go really fast. So make sure you plan ahead. We have a great video on our channel where we talk about kind of the best floor plans. And in that, we give you some tips about how to really plan for a van build. And one of the tips there was plan ahead. So make sure that you're thinking 1 to 2 years out from your custom van build if you're thinking about having a conversion done. If you have questions, comments, we would love to hear them down below. Remember, this is a custom build for the clients. They picked all these finishes, they picked the layout, so please be respectful of that. Thanks for watching this tour, and we will see you guys next time.